Hello there. This week we're going to talk about a condition that we see all the time in the office, and we especially see it prior to Freihofers when new runners are starting to increase their activity repetitively, and that's hip injuries. Now, a hip injury, we call this the hip. Some people will call this the hip, some people will call this the hip. We're talking about this joint right here, and you have one on your left and you have one on your right. And those joints are major loading joints. And if you think about it, when you take the stress off one side of the body and you have one foot on the ground, 100% of your weight is going through that joint. Now, let's go back to the very beginning when I talked to you about a structural fingerprint exam. If you have an imbalance in that body, if you have one leg longer than the other, you'll find that 57% of your body weight is going through one side, while 43% of your body weight is going through the other side. On a repetitive motion activity like running, inevitably, that hip is going to take the burden. That hip is going to get beat up bad. And the body's response to that is an inflammatory response. The muscles tighten, the piriformis muscles, the gluteal muscles, the IT band, and all of a sudden you're experiencing pain and you're experiencing tightness and stiffness. Again, there are a variety of things that you can do. We recommend the gold standard, which is to get a structural fingerprint exam, identify why the hip pain is there, and fix the problem. In the absence of that, there are several things you can do. One, again, is the stick. The stick is going to help to get these muscles relaxed, get blood into these muscles, get rid of the toxins. We then have the tennis ball that you will put directly behind the bone, and you will lay in the fetal position on that tennis ball, wiggling around, and that'll do the same as deep tendon massage, which is very beneficial for hip problems. You will then stretch the muscle as long as it doesn't hurt. If stretching hurts, you don't want to do it. We have ice that we can put on the joint, and we again have proteolytic enzymes to help to reduce the inflammation. And again, with proteolytic enzymes, you take them on an empty stomach in between meals. They act as an all-natural anti-inflammatory. But the key to solving hip problems is knowing what the hip problem is, and that's why we say get the x-rays, get the examination. If you go to your doctor to have x-rays, get them done in the standing position. Don't let the doctor lay you down and remove the benefits of gravity to determine what the cause of the problem is, because virtually all hip problems are due to biomechanical imbalances, and if you lay down, we don't get to see what those biomechanical imbalances are. All right, so if you start to experience hip pain, the best thing you can do is call and get it examined. The least that you can do is use the stick, use the tennis ball, use some ice on it, and stretch it. But in the end, it will win until you solve the problem. So my recommendation is learn what you can, solve the problem early, so that you can enjoy this new journey of running long beyond this year's race.